Hey guys, so this is the KZ Castor Pro Improved Bass Edition. Now this is the successor to the already incredibly popular KZ Castor, the OG one. And I have recommended that to so many people, and everyone who's got that pair still comes back and thanks me, and not a single person has said that I don't like it. It's amazing. And now we have the Pro. Let me just tell you right off the bat, is yet another unbelievably good sounding pair of in-ear monitors. So sit back and relax. Let me tell you why you should absolutely get yourself the KZ Castor Pro. Alright, first things first, let's get the unboxing out of the way. So as with most KZ in-ear monitors, it comes in a really eco-friendly packaging, nothing too fancy. Inside the box you get the paperwork, few pairs of different size silicone ear tips, the oxygen-free copper cable that has 2-pin connectors on one end. Now the version I have comes with an inline mic with a multifunction control button, and it ends in a 3.5mm audio jack. And of course you get the KZ Castor Pro in-ear monitors themselves. Now as for the specs of the KZ Castor Pro, so each of these in-ear monitors house dual 10mm dynamic drivers inside. Now one dynamic driver takes care of your low frequencies, which is the bass response, while the other dynamic driver takes care of your mid and high frequencies. Now if you get the Harman Target version with improved bass, which is the one I have here, it has an impedance of 16 to 22 ohms depending on the position of the tuning switch. Now, although these would be categorized as low impedance in-ear monitors, as always, if you want the best audio quality that these can produce, I always suggest that you do invest in a portable DAC. Nothing too fancy or expensive, just something that can make sure that these can perform to their full potential and you get just the best audio quality possible. And as always, the one that I personally use will be linked in the description below. So the tuning switches 1 and 2 is for the low frequency, where tuning switch 1, when turned on, is going to increase the low frequency to level 1. Tuning switch 2 is going to increase it to level 2. And tuning switches 3 and 4 are for the mid and high frequencies, where tuning switch 3, when turned on, is going to increase the mid and high frequency to level 1. And tuning switch 4 is going to increase it to level 2. And if you turn all of them on from 1 to 4, you guessed it, it's going to overall give a boost to the low, mid and high frequencies. Now talk about the build quality of the KZ Castor Pro. It's amazing how an entry level or affordable in-ear monitor manages to feel this uncompromised, this premium. The shell is made of zinc alloy and it's got a very high quality transparent resin on the other side, which is going to rest on your ear. It's amazing how they make it feel so premium, and it just doesn't feel like it's compromised. It doesn't feel like it's such an affordable in-ear monitor. And then this is something many other brands should learn from, that just because you make something entry level or affordable doesn't mean you always have to cheap out on the build quality. So really kudos to KZ for making the KZ Castor Pro feel so premium and without any compromise. Alright, now let's get into the main criteria, which is the audio quality. Now before we go ahead, let me just tell you the position of the tuning switches that I did for this testing. So first I tested it out with all of them off. So that gives you not really a flat sound signature, but without any extra emphasis on any particular frequency. But then for me at least, I settled on turning switches 1, 2 and 3 on, and I kept 4 off. So that increases the bass or the low frequency to level 2 and the mid and high frequencies to level 1. So this gave me the best balance of that really nice punchy bass and the pristineness of the mid and high frequencies. So going forward, my review is going to be based on this particular setting. So you guys know, if you're an existing viewer, that I judge these in-ear monitors based on how they produce the 3 main frequencies that broadly make up any sound that you hear: the highs, the mids and the lows. The highs are the treble response, where the really sharp sounding instruments are, the mids where the vocals are, and the low end or the bass response. Starting off with the high frequencies or the treble response, the treble response is clean, sharp, and just has the right amount of sparkle to make it sound fun. There is surprisingly good detail retention, and the spacing between instruments that fall into the high frequency range is very well spaced out. Now what really stood out to me was how rich the treble response is, without going overboard at any point to make them sound sibilant. So even for long listening sessions, this was an ideal companion. Overall sounds super rich, packed with sharpness and clarity and detail, and it makes for a very fun rendition of the treble response. Next up, we have the mid frequencies where the vocals are. Now the mid frequencies were rendered with such ease, packing just the right amount of sharpness and clarity, making vocals sound very organic and natural. Male vocals carry just the right amount of warmth and natural tonality without sounding hollow or tinny or shouty at any point, and female vocals sound pristine. Now stringed instruments like the strokes of guitars, they sound gorgeous on these. They pack just the right amount of clarity, warmth and detail to make it sound very authentic and make it more immersive. And they're also very well spaced out amongst themselves and never overlap with the vocals. So considering the price of the KZ Castor Pro, I'd say in its league, it carries one of the best rendition of the vocals with the right amount of clarity, warmth and tonality. And finally, we have the low end or the bass response. Now, the low end or the bass response on the KZ Castor Pro Improved Bass Edition is just so impressive. They pack a mean amount of that hard-hitting mid-bass slam, and surprisingly, it's also able to render the rumble of the sub-lows. The bass response is surprisingly well textured and fast. It is also deep, thick, punchy, and adds just the right amount of heft to the track that you're listening to. Yet, with so much power, it still manages to not interfere or eat into the mid or high frequencies, maintaining its separate lane, but just adding that right amount of depth and immersiveness to the track that you're listening to. Now, as for the soundstage of the KZ Castor Pro, it is fairly wide with very good imaging, giving you a nice idea of the location of the instruments in the track. And yes, these would do very well for gamers as well. Now, as for the included inline microphone, it is decent. It's okay for taking calls and for in-game communication. In summary, the KZ Castor Pro is yet another banger from KZ at an unbelievably affordable price tag. In comparison to the OG KZ Castor, I would definitely think that this is an improvement in two aspects: their overall resolution and the hefty bass response, especially in the improved bass edition. Now, the KZ Castor Pro easily outperforms and puts many more far more expensive in-ear monitors to absolute shame. And so far as affordable or beginner in-ear monitors are concerned, the KZ Castor Pro honestly has no tangible competition. So regardless of what genre of music you throw at it, whether it's rock, EDM, classical, Bollywood songs, you name it, all of these sound amazing on the KZ Castor Pro. So if you're a beginner audiophile or you're an enthusiast, regardless, the KZ Castor Pro's all-round, no excuses, solid performance and incredible value is going to make you fall in love with your music each time you put these on. Long story short, just buy it. So there you have it, guys. That was my review of the KZ Castor Pro Improved Bass Edition. The link to this and other in-ear monitors will be given in the description below, and I would really appreciate if you use those links to make your purchase. As always, it will never cost you anything extra, but you guys will be helping me run this channel, and I can produce more such high quality and helpful content just for you guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. Make sure to smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, share this video, and I'll catch you guys very soon in the next one. Cheers.